Don't be afraid to take a risk, especially if you're young. Young people have a ton of energy. I had a lot of energy when I was younger. I'm 30 now and I'm Unc and I have a daughter, I'm a dad, and so I have way less energy. But if you're young, there are ways to spend and invest your money in ways that might mean more to you than a traditional conservative investment like the stock market. Whether it's a trading card, a piece of art, a piece of a dinosaur, like a sports memorabilia, game worn, anything.
Birkin bags. They're beating the stock market.
Just a few weeks back, we were talking about how Logan Paul once again got himself tangled in some serious drama with the Pokemon and trading card scene. Back in 2022, he went all in on Pokemon, dropping insane amounts of cash on rare cards and packs. Literally millions. He even got scammed at one point, which just made everything even crazier. So here's how it went down. Logan linked up with a group of collectors and tech guys to launch something called Liquid Marketplace. The whole idea was that investors could buy tiny ownership shares, fractional shares of high-end collectibles like Pokemon cards and sports memorabilia, all handled through blockchain tech. Sounds fancy, right? But the big selling point, the real main course here, was that Logan was putting up 51% ownership of the holy grail of Pokemon cards, a PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator. That's one of the rarest and most valuable cards in existence, and people lost their minds over it. Fast forward a few years, and the whole Liquid Marketplace operation has completely crumbled. Lawsuits are flying around, and the project seems to have collapsed from the inside out. Yet somehow, Logan seems to be keeping his distance from all of it. On Twitter, he claimed that in 2024, he bought back the fractional shares of the Pikachu card, saying it was fully in line with the marketplace's terms. Now he talks about the whole thing like he was never even part of it in the first place. Wild stuff. It's kinda wild, honestly, because Logan had made himself the poster boy of Liquid Marketplace for months. He was the face of the whole operation, showing it off like it was his personal empire.
A very hard decision to make, but yes, I will be listing this card on a platform that I co-founded called Liquid Marketplace. It allows co-ownership of top-tier assets. So instead of one person, me owning this card,
So when he suddenly popped up saying he'd be teaming with Ken Golden from that Netflix show King of Collectibles to auction off the exact same Pikachu Illustrator card, people were furious. See, this wasn't just some regular auction. Logan was reportedly set to get a massive payday up front, plus a percentage of everything that card brought in when it sold. That announcement had collectors asking one big question. So what happened to the whole fractional ownership thing? People were confused, and honestly, they had every right to be. Meanwhile, other voices in the Pokemon community, like Rattle Pokemon on YouTube, were calling out something else entirely. They said that this Pikachu card shouldn't have even been graded as a PSA 10 in the first place. There were claims that the card had been resubmitted multiple times, graded again and again, until it finally hit that flawless score. That's a huge deal in the collector world, and it only fueled the fire even more. Now, I've got several posts to go over from people reacting to all this drama, but before diving in, Logan recently shared an update saying that Liquid Marketplace released unclaimed funds, meaning users could now log in again and withdraw their money. He even dropped a new link to the site, one that had been offline for months. It's a messy situation that just keeps unfolding. Turns out, those so-called investors might not have actually owned anything at all. Crazy, right?
Appreciation.
And you're absolutely right.
Beanie Babies. Some of this stuff could be faddish. There's no inherent value to it. Like a Beanie Baby,
Sure.
It'll crash.
Sure. It's entirely possible. You gotta be careful with what you're investing in.
Or trade out of it quick.
Or trade out of it.
For the past month, Logan's been pushing this auction non-stop, promoting it like it's the event of the century. But here's the catch. Anyone who dared to call him out or question the whole situation instantly got blocked. Total blackout mode. One guy even commented on a now-deleted post where Logan wrote this super dramatic goodbye message saying, "Goodbye, my friends. What a privilege it's been to own the greatest collectible in the world. From Guinness World Records to WWE debuts, Netflix to national news. This card and I have been on a generational run. Tomorrow night, she finds a new home on Golden Auctions." All the commenter said was, "Liquid Fraction owners. Remember, they once co-owned this Pikachu card LOL." And boom, blocked. Just for pointing out the truth. That's the kind of PR move Logan's been pulling throughout this whole mess. He's been posting glossy promo clips and high-energy videos, hyping up the sale like it's some legendary event. But the thing is, this is classic Logan. He's always been sharp when it comes to marketing, especially outrage marketing. The more people get mad, the more buzz it creates, and he knows exactly how to use that to his advantage. Still, these videos just made things worse. The backlash was wild, and it got so bad that Logan kept his comment sections turned off completely. Then came the big night. the auction finally wrapped up. And of course, Logan couldn't resist streaming it live for everyone to see. His reaction when someone dropped a $12.5 million bid on that Pikachu card, pure shock and hype mixed into one big moment. You could hear it in his voice. Logan was stunned. The man said, "No way, bro," about 20 times like he couldn't believe what was happening. That moment sealed it in history. The card officially became the most expensive card ever sold at auction, smashing past the previous record held by a Kobe Bryant collectible. Unbelievable. But here's the part that hits different. All those investors who once thought they were part of this historic sale through Liquid Marketplace, well, they can finally get their money back. After years of waiting. Sure, it's nice they can withdraw their funds now, but let's be real. What about inflation? What about the fact that their money sat there, locked away, while the world kept spinning? Some people might have needed that cash to pay bills, cover rent, or just survive. And after all that time, they get it back like nothing happened, while Logan keeps popping champagne and celebrating another world record. Wild, right?
What's up, y'all? Logan here. As an avid collector and strategic investor myself, I am so stoked to announce the launch of Liquid Marketplace, a platform where collectors can buy and sell fractions of rare collectibles via tokens on the blockchain. As a co-founder of Liquid Marketplace, and build their portfolios instantly.
Watching him throw confetti and bask in the spotlight, it really hits you. Sometimes it feels like the bad guys do get away with everything. The older I get, the more it sinks in. It's like the world rewards chaos if it's packaged with enough fame and flash. Eventually, the bidding shot up even higher, $16.5 million. And the guy who won the auction was brought up on stage like he just won a championship. Cameras flashing, crowd cheering, the whole show. And honestly, it makes you wonder, what's up with these ultra-rich people? They already have more money than they could ever spend, yet they still chase more like it's oxygen. It's pure greed on display, and it's hard to watch. Even my dog was losing it, barking like crazy during the stream. She doesn't need words to get the message across. She's just as over it as the rest of us. Man, that auction ended like a straight-up movie scene. The winning bidder basically dropped $16.5 million like it was pocket change, and everyone watching was stunned. But honestly, it kinda looked like two spoiled rich guys flexing family money instead of earning it. The whole thing gave off trust fund drama vibes, with Logan standing there hyped while his brother, rocking a Pokemon onesie no less, played the part of the hype man. It was chaotic, awkward, and a little too much. And come on, Instagram was eating it up. Logan was loving the attention, acting like this was the biggest victory of his life. But when someone just hands you millions for a card you hyped into the stratosphere, it's not exactly a genius business move. It's just good luck and the right audience. There's nothing cool or tough about spending money you didn't earn, no matter how you spin it. Then came the passing of the torch moment. Logan cheering, cameras flashing, Guinness World Record officials stepping in to hand him another record plaque. It was supposed to be a celebration, but honestly, it felt weirdly over the top. Even Ken Golden, the guy managing the auction, was standing in the background looking way too pleased with himself. Something about the whole energy just felt off, like everyone in that room was chasing clout instead of celebrating something real. And that's when it hit again. The pattern never stops. Somehow, the loudest and most controversial figures keep landing on top. 2026 or not, it feels like the same story repeating itself over and over. Then,
what do you tell that group of young investors out there?
I think if you have the money.
Right when you think it's all over, Logan drops a surprise announcement, his brand new company called Rippin' Its. From the way it looked, it's basically Liquid Marketplace 2.0, the same concept repackaged with flashier branding. You'd think he'd slow down after all the backlash, but nope, he's already lining up the next big money play. And just like that, the chaos continues. It's like they're saying, yeah, we messed up last time. Everyone lost money, but trust us, we'll do it right now. The new pitch sounds way too familiar. The future of collecting starts now. Get VIP access to rip packs, sell instantly, store them in our vaults, or ship them straight to you. Sounds cool until you realize it's basically Liquid Marketplace 2.0. They even added a Rip It leaderboard where you climb ranks by referring friends. You join a waitlist, invite others, and the more signups you get, the higher you go. It's dressed up like a fun contest, but honestly, it looks just like a recruiting pyramid with shinier packaging. And here's the kicker. You can win cards from Logan's personal collection, but after what happened last time, that doesn't exactly sound exciting. The whole setup feels recycled. Same idea, same buzzwords, just a new name slapped on top. At this point, if someone still jumps in, that's on them. The warning signs are are flashing in neon. Logan's track record speaks for itself. He hypes things up, cashes out, and disappears when it all falls apart. Even the youngest fans should know better by now. Logan and his team keep acting like this whole thing is a massive win, but honestly, it looks like a complete joke. It feels like he's spitting in the face of everyone who believed in Liquid Marketplace, celebrating like he just won the Super Bowl while people are still frustrated and out of trust. Then this morning, Logan tried to clear things up about the whole fractional ownership mess. He posted, "What an epic night. I'm truly grateful for the Pokemon community, Ken Golden, and my team for making last night a historic moment for the hobby." Sure, it was historic, just not for the reasons he thinks. More like a flashy heist straight out of Ocean's 11.
And I should say this, I'll be retaining 49% ownership of the card, so I won't actually have access to it. It'll be in our vault.
He went on to explain that he originally planned to sell up to 51% of the Pikachu Illustrator card on Liquid Marketplace, but only 5.4% was actually sold, worth about $270,000 back in 2022. According to him, that means the whole major ownership story was blown out of proportion. Logan added that in May 2024, he bought that small percentage back for the same price it was sold for, claiming it followed the platform's official terms and that all users could now withdraw their funds. If that's really true, it makes the $270,000 part seem less sketchy, but let's be real, it still leaves a lot of questions. Even if the numbers check out, the timing, the confusion, and the way he's framing it all make it hard for anyone to take him seriously. It just feels like another slick explanation after another messy headline. So now that Logan's cashed out big from this massive auction, it really makes you wonder, what's the right move here? Personally, I think the fair thing would be for him to take a piece of those profits and pay back the original investors from Liquid Marketplace. If he made 5 times his money, then anyone who originally invested, say $10,000, should get back around $50,000. That would be the real way to make things right. Logan says those funds were available to withdraw for about a year, and that some people did get their money out before the platform went offline. He claims that once he realized users couldn't access their accounts, he personally paid to get the site back online so everyone could finally withdraw their funds. According to him, everyone was notified and could collect their money. But come on, after everything that's happened, how many people actually trust that? If he truly wanted to make peace with the collectors and investors he left hanging, paying out that small 5.4% in proportion to his auction profits would be nothing for someone in his position. A few million to repair his reputation and finally close the book on this whole mess? Seems like a no-brainer. So what do you think? Should Logan Paul pay back those early investors based on how much he profited from the auction? Or is this whole thing just another PR spin to keep his image clean? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I really want to hear where you stand on this one. And hey, if you made it this far, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We've got plenty more wild influencer scandals to break down next.